For the second day in a row, I'm here with Joe Morgan.
Skadoosh!
So, what's going on? His new
Yay.
thing, apparently.
I was
Shelley
told
Walter.
that it's cooler than Gadzooks.
Gadzooks is pretty cool, though.
It is. I like it.
Well, now Shelley Walter, you can steal it.
Gadzooks!
If you-
Ah!
Enjoy it while you got it.
And our sound guy is with us because there would have been nothing for him to do during this except to watch us. It would have been awful. So Patrick Ryan is here with us as well.
Pepperoni!
Awesome.
Somebody's going to get that joke.
I hope
I
so.
don't.
If not,
And
I'll
it was
be
all just a dream.
just a dream.
So the way this is going to work, guys, you are going to ask us questions. We are going to answer them the best of our abilities. They can be on faith, geekdom, whatever you want. I don't know. Yeah, ask us whatever. A couple things before we do that, though. First of all, our donations right now are at $1,089. That means
Woo!
from 1,100 because I know maths. I think we can do that by the end of the podcast. I think we can get somebody to donate $11. So if you have $11, or if you know someone who has $6 and you have $5,
11 of you give $1.
there you
There
go.
you go.
See, we're all
There
sorts
you
of.
go. Yeah,
Okay.
22 of you give 50 cents.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. I think that's possible. So let's do it.
Hey, Chunks, what's up, buddy?
And
Chunks,
you donate,
yay.
you get put in the drawing, as everyone knows. But this hour, we are giving away all 4 Gears of War games.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's a good thing to give away.
It's legit.
So that'll be cool.
And they're
Hopefully
fun.
someone heard that's actually doing the rewards and makes that happen. How are you guys? What have you guys been geeking out about?
I've been geeking out about this this
Right.
72-hour stream. So for those of you that have been watching, like last night I finished Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that was rocking. We had a really good time last night, and we've been giving away a ton of Tomb Raider games over the last couple days.
We have a lot of Tomb Raider codes.
We've given away a ton,
Yeah.
and so now I'm debating like hooking up my PS3 to my stream rig so
Okay.
that I can play through Uncharted 3 before Uncharted 4 comes out.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
Mhm.
I gotta say, I'm probably the same way too. I've been doing nothing but watching this pledge drive. We had someone come in and ask for prayer, and we paused the game. Not me, but they paused the game, prayed over them. It was so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if that person wants to say who they were or not, but
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah.
I was there for it.
Dang.
It was really cool.
it
That was probably the single coolest moment of streaming I've had in 2 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely. And that, like, we said it to the guy probably over and over, which probably goes a little bit annoying, but, like, that is what this whole thing is about. The fact that we can bring glory to God by playing video games is ridiculous.
Yeah.
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 God he'll make everything and anything work, and that's awesome. How about you, Shelley? What have you been geeking out about?
This stream and not much else because that's all that's kind of happened in the past day. It's only been a day, but my dorm does. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like a performance, and I have to do the track for it, the soundtrack. So I've been editing this whole thing together. It's mixed of dialogue, songs, and clips from different videos or movies or shows or whatever. So that was good. I have about a third of it done. And I mean, I don't know if that's considered geeking out, but I mean, I felt geeky doing it because I knew what I was doing.
I say
Yeah.
geeking is anything that you can be passionate about.
Definitely.
Indeed.
I've told people, like, my brother, because he hates it, that's more like why I say it, but I tell him he can geek out about football. I know you're just like
Absolutely.
Dungeons and Dragons, dressing it up, playing your fantasy
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely
When-
be a geek about anything.
Yeah.
When did Darman possess Nightbot? What's going on here? Deuce Volt.
A lot of
God
stuff was
wills
added in to Nightball. So.
Ooh,
All right, we're starting to get some questions rolling in.
Okay.
seeing one. Favorite movie based on a video game? And if any of you say Super Mario Bros, I'm gonna have to fire you from the podcast.
I know what my favorite one is.
I mean,
So not a video game movie, because for me that's Wreck-It Ralph
for
all
me,
day
that's
long.
Wreck-It Ralph too.
Okay.
I was gonna say Wreck-It Ralph,
But
I
if it's a movie based on a video game, the Resident Evil movies aren't bad movies, and they're actually halfway decent films. Now, having played the first, I played the first Resident Evil. It didn't have a whole lot to do with the game, really just the name,
Yeah.
and like the Umbrella Corporation is in it, and I guess the lead characters share names. But it was fun zombie flick for what it was.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd forgotten about those movies. I enjoyed those movies too, but they don't top Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
The original Mortal Kombat movie, okay? The original Mortal Kombat movie. I can confidently say that sequel was hot garbage on a plate. But the original Mortal Kombat movie was solid.
oh, gross. I might be thinking of the second one. They're all meshed together. There were 3, weren't there? Or were there only 2?
I kind of stopped
there
watching after the
three?
first one. They don't matter.
I'm
This is
really
where you
easy, please.
fall.
I'll let Shelly go first.
Oh no, I was just saying I can't think of one.
I'm really easy to please. A lot of people are going to be angry with me about this. There was a movie for Tekken, and
Oh,
that
I
was
think
really
I know.
cool. It was nothing like the game, though.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Steve Fox, the boxer. He's like this old retired boxer, and his head is shaved instead of the cool slick back. And Jin is some kid, but it was a fun movie. That one.
Yeah, Jin is a kid. Well, he's the in
I
one of
don't
the
know.
mo-
I don't play Tekken.
He wasn't
Heihachi's
demonic in
son.
any way. And it came out around the time that Tekken, I can't remember which one. The one with Devil Jin and the Lineage games and
Yeah.
stuff came out. It's like 5 or 7.
Here's a big question for y'all. Stace asks, "How has G.U.G affected your walk with Jesus?"
Oh, wow.
Oh
Okay.
my!
Go Patrick.
I was thinking
feel
about
like
that.
Go
Yeah,
me.
Patrick. You say
Okay. Well, so I found cross console gamers on Facebook, and this was right after I was right in the middle of my divorce, and I was in the pits, just in every aspect of my life, spiritually, financially, physically. I just didn't have a whole lot of will to get up and do anything ever. And I found cross console gamers, and I think I actually found it through Christian memes. And then, of course, cross console gamers became G.U.G. And I just started sharing my testimony, and I won't do that here because I could do that for like 3 hours, and we've only got like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And people were really receptive to it, and I started to get to know a lot of people really well. G.U.G, obviously, Bara, Obi Watt, and now I've actually gone on to do a lot of other cool things with some of those guys on the side, and I've met some
You can plug it if you want.
I'd say, yeah,
G.U.Gers.
plug it,
Yeah, okay, so I've actually, let me pull it up because I've got it here.
We're on a podcast here, but
Yes. I have a podcast that I've started on the side with Obi Watt and LJ and Baseman, and it is called Original Gamers Cast. We talk about old video games. We actually asked if it could. Well, that's not really important. Anyway, the address, we're on Podbean, just like this podcast is. The address is ogcast.podbean.com. We've only got 1 episode up, but we've actually recorded 5, and we're going to start putting them out once a week. The very first one we talk about The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
that's a big one to start with.
Yes, and actually that started because of a conversation that happened in Geeks Under Grace's Facebook community page. Me and Baseman and I think LJ, we were talking about that game, A Link to the Past, and I was like, dude, this was fun. We should just do this for a podcast.
Yeah,
So
it's fun.
so we've got that episode up. But anyway, so it's been huge. And last year when we did the pledge drive, then I started watching it. I had no idea what Twitch even was. And when I heard about like people sit around and watch other people play video games, and I went, that sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And this is coming from someone who's been playing video games since he was 5. But I watched it and I enjoyed it, and now I'm doing it myself. And actually, since I bring that up, tomorrow when Cody mentioned we were going to do another pledge drive, I was like, I want to do something big on my channel. It's, not to take away from this, but just something else to drum up a lot of support for Geeks Under Grace, because this place has done a lot. So starting Saturday at noon Central, so that's 1 o'clock Eastern. Help me out with the Pacific. Was that 10?
4 a.m.
No.
No. It doesn't
I have a
matter.
work clock, and it takes you longer with that.
Anyway, so 1 p.m. Eastern, I am going to be streaming from beginning to end Chrono Trigger.
Which end?
And he's got the original.
For the Super Nintendo. Unfortunately,
That's a good
I could
question.
not get a converter box working, so I won't be playing off of this cart. I have the Wii Virtual Console version, and I'll play it off of my Wii U. But I'm doing it a clean file, so no New Game Plus, and I have not gone through this game without New Game Plus probably in 15 years. I play the game from beginning to end about once a year, but I'm like all super powerful and stuff, and so this will be something I haven't done in a very, very long time. But yeah, Geeks Under Grace has been huge for me. I do the multiplayer game nights now, which some of you have probably come out to, and others of you who haven't, you should really check it out. Go to the Facebook community page and look at the events. And it's been huge, and I'm so very happy and blessed to be a part of this and to be here with you guys, doing God's work and helping geeks and gamers and anime fans and all that be able to be themselves, but also bring glory to God.
Yep. How about you, Shelly? You want to go next?
That was so long. I don't think mine is very long.
That's probably good.
When did I found Cross Console Gamers, it was shifting towards Geeks and Grace, and I entered the community group when it was still very young, around 100 members. So there weren't a lot of people, and Geeks and Grace was more of an idea than before it became just Geeks and Grace and no Cross Console Gamers. And I didn't really think about it much at first. I was just like, hey, bunch of Christian geeks, that's cool. But then there was definitely a lot more discussions about, the Bible and God and Christianity in general than I thought there was going to be. And so, I don't know, I felt like I have learned a lot just from, like, a lot of these discussions when talking about, like, faith and stuff. And it's just opened my eyes to, things that God can use in our lives. Like, kind of like what you're saying, Cody, how God uses, any way to help us, to get to us and to, do his work. Mm-hmm. And this sort of proves it. I mean, we're doing his work by having a podcast live streamed on a 72-hour live stream. Like, it's just ridiculous, but in a really good way. So, I don't know. I guess it's kind of big, but I don't know how to put it into words. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Joe, you want to go?
Sure. Yeah. So, I guess of the group here, I've been with G.U.G longer than any of the rest of the crew. Mm-hmm. I started with Cross Console Gamers. I used to write for another site, and I've actually written for 4 or 5 sites, smaller sites over the years, doing video game reviews, with the intention from the outset of wanting to write game reviews with a Christian mindset. And ended up going to this other site, which wasn't a Christian site at all. I was the only Christian on staff. In fact, most of them were vehemently anti-Christian. And ended up, I put in about a year there and said, I'm done. I don't want to write anymore. Like, that guy had a quota that we had to meet every week. And so I was doing at least 1 video game review a week over there, if not 2, and like news articles every day. So yeah. I just got burned out, and the environment was pretty toxic too. So I quit. I was dead in the water for like 2 months, and then one of my buddies that knows my cousin, read a call. His name's Ken. He said, "Hey, I'm a member of this of this community with Cross Console Gamers, and they're looking for riders. I said, "Oh, that's cool. I'll check it out." So I joined Cross Console Gamers and was with them for just a few weeks before we started going, "Hey, what do you think about doing more than just video games?" And kind of changing up the format a little bit. And very quickly, we brought on a ton of other people. Geeks Under Grace became... I was going through a period in my life where most of the people I went to church with that I was very close with had moved away or gone somewhere else. I was kind of outcast and alone. And Geeks Under Grace kind of became my church for a few months while I was still out there searching for a home congregation here in my town. And God's blessed me now. I found that. But this is still a very strong community for me. And I love that I get the opportunity to use my passions for God. So,
Totally.
how about you, Cody?
I'll try to keep mine super short. First of all, we did hit our 1,100.
Yes!
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 So I guess the question was, how has this affected my Christian walk? And so I'm not going to get into like how I got to Geeks Under Grace, because you can find that everywhere. Or just PM me. I'll tell you later. But I mean, G.U.G has changed my whole life. I was doing YouTube videos before Geeks Under Grace, and I had maybe 200 subscribers, like 10 views per video, and it was a pipe dream to be able to do that for a living. And it's still a dream. It's not a reality yet, but Geeks Under Grace has done two things for me. First of all, it's given me motivation. I guess it's done three things. It's given me motivation to do what I need to get done to move forward in the career that I want to be in, which is the internets. And the second part is, it's given me a platform to do that, which has been amazing blessing to me. The third thing, in the Christian walk part more like, is definitely, I'm a stupid kid. I know so little about, or did, I guess, knew so little about the Christian faith. And I don't know if everyone else has this issue, but as soon as you become a Christian, you feel like you know everything about it. And then the more you learn, the more you realize you didn't know anything.
Like being a teenager.
Yeah. And so Geeks Under Grace has, because of the motivation, has forced me to definitely dive into the Word a lot more. React to the Word a lot more than I've ever done, and it's just changed me as a Christian for the better in a very real, tangible way. There are a lot of opinions and ideas and stuff like that that I had before Geeks and Grace that I no longer have, because it has forced me to look into things a little bit deeper. So that's my answer.
That was one question. We have a lot more.
A ton that we skipped.
Let's actually go to Twitter for one.
Ones.
You have one on Twitter?
We got a few in Twitter, yeah.
Woo!
All right, so True Believer, he says, let's see. He sent us three, so I'm going to pick...
The best. The worst.
Let's see. A game you can always go back and replay regardless of how much you've already played it.
Didn't we answer the question yesterday?
That's okay. Real quick. Super Mario Bros. 3.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Chrono Trigger.
I was going to... Yeah. I don't really have one.
Okay.
I don't think I have one either.
Fair enough.
I play a little bit of everything. So.
Next question.
Yeah.
Let me look. I do not use G.U.G as a dating site. Shame. Shame.
That's what I was laughing at earlier.
I saw that.
Hey, it worked. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Here's what we didn't answer last night. I don't think this question came across. Archie, a bibliophiliac, says, what's your non-geeky passions?
Who? Anyone?
I'm really into politics, but I always say like I geek out over politics, so I find the idea that it's not geeky, but I guess in the traditional sense, it's not.
We brought
geeky.
that up earlier, though. Everything is geeky in some way or another.
Yeah.
Right.
It's geeky.
I like to jog and listen to podcasts.
I don't really know, which is weird because I don't, like, I definitely don't consider myself a super geek, but I have no idea. I watch a lot of
Face of Geeks Under Grace, ladies and gentlemen, does not consider himself much of a geek.
Not like a super geek. I don't know. You guys all
You've not gone
Super
Super
geek.
Saiyan geek.
I learned I wasn't a geek as soon as I joined Geeks Under Grace. I was like, wow, I don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah. Let me think. If you asked me this a year or two ago, I would definitely say sports. I'm definitely not as passionate about them now, but I still love sports. And like music. I don't know. Also, missionary work, I guess, is something I would be passionate about. I haven't gone on a mission since I went to Bolivia this last summer. But I've gone on, I want to say, how many mission trips? I've gone on at least 6. Yeah, 6. So I love missions, so. But I don't know when I'm going to go on a next one, so.
It's for me, but I really like it. You've now taken over a year and dedicated straight to G.U.G. For those who don't know, I basically quit my job. I had to get a new job to like on the weekends. So Monday through Friday, I working for Geeks Under Grace, volunteer. But if you had to go back to work tomorrow, what would you do? And I think this is a really cool thing, and I always hate bringing it up around everyone else because that's a thought of leaving Geeks Under Grace, and that's terrible. But if I had to go to work tomorrow, I have a year under my belt of helping manage a nonprofit and organizing events and doing, all sorts of stuff that totally is great on a resume. Something I've thought about before. So I'd probably be working for a church ministry type, like the media team for a church ministry. Has always been kind of my backup plan right now.
I was going to say, I used to CrossFit. I quit it because it was so expensive, and I did it for several years. I bought the gear and put it in my garage, and then promptly broke my finger. So I'm hoping to get back to that here pretty soon. And then on top of that, hanging out with the church group, because that's become such a big deal for me now. So like 4 nights a week, if I'm not, I mean, you guys know my Monday night, but Sunday nights are also spent doing that. And Wednesday nights, we've just started a class, and we're going through the book of Romans right now. And then we hang out on the weekends sometimes, too. So that's, we cover all kinds of stuff. We're having, I'm having the college guys over to my house next week from church so that we can have like a game night, board games, card games, and whatever else.
I like this question. Spirit animals?
Yeah, I was looking at it too. I'm so glad.
I know my answer, and it's a giraffe.
Okay.
And I will not
Obviously.
change that. It will always be a giraffe.
I know my answer. It's a platypus because it is the weirdest animal in the entire world. And I am the weirdest person in the entire world. So.
I don't know what mine would be.
Yeah, I've
A
never.
circus panda? I don't know.
very, very specifically a panda from the circus.
Circus.
Not just
It
any
used
panda.
to, when I was in middle school, it would have been a Geodude.
Not Golub, Geodude.
Yeah, why
Nope.
a Geo-Dude?
I don't know why I latched onto that one.
Pokemon.
I don't know.
Like, if we're picking spirit Pokemon, mine's Bulbasaur, because he was my very first Pokemon ever.
I don't
And
know
it's
what
still
mine
my
Oh, I don't know spirit Pokemon because my favorite Pokemon was Charizard, but I don't relate to Charizard at all.
It wouldn't be Giraffe-Orang, even
I
though
don't
it's a
think-
giraffe.
I don't think there's a platypus Pokemon. What's wrong with them?
I-
What side up?
They make
Psyduck
keys
would be the
that-
closest
Pokemon
thing
out of
to
keys
that.
instead. but
I
they
guess.
don't
You know what they
have
need to do?
platypus.
They need to make a platypus, but it's not going to be like a beaver duck. It's going to be they'll just take random parts from other Pokemon and make a Pokemon out of it. And people are going
think
to go,
they
that's
call
not a
that-
real Pokemon.
They call
And
that a chimera.
It's going to have like Charizard wings and like Pikachu's face.
So you're talking about Pokemon fusions.
Yes, but it'll be one Pokemon. It'd be amazing.
This sounds to me like Ditto tried to
Amalgamon.
clone one and had a mistake. And this is what happened.
What other
Oh, that's so
questions
cool.
do
I like
we
this
We
one
got-
here from Stace Face. If you could rewrite the ending to any video game, what would it be?
You could rewrite the
Like-
ending to any video.
Yeah, so I'm assuming what she means is you beat a game and the ending was just not very satisfying. And,
Well, the thing I think of immediately is Dragon Age Inquisition, because the true ending was put in a DLC. So I would put that DLC and put it at the end of
That's
Inquisition. I know.
Good answer.
I did not play it, but apparently the video game community wanted to rewrite the end of Mass Effect 3 and did so successfully.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
That's one that crossed my mind, but I beat it before they did the revamps, and I wasn't going to go. I never even went back and watched the modified ones. But
Yeah.
those original 3 endings were pretty hot trash.
In before Mass Effect 3. Just kidding.
What else? I don't even know how to approach this one because I have a game that immediately popped to mind, but I don't think the series is even ready for its second entry yet.
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Okay. I haven't played it yet. I was
Yeah.
gonna watch you, and I don't think you ever finished.
Not finished it.
I did not finish recording it. I recorded like 30 episodes.
Did I cancel it on you before it was done?
We were getting like 15 views an episode.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that game is hard emotionally. It's very well done storytelling wise, and it leaves you with an uneasy feeling. But I think that's very by design.
I don't think I've ever played a game enough for the story to like be mad at the ending, except for games that had a good ending. I've
Yeah.
never played a game that I was playing for story and then been really mad at the end. But I always play like easy games like Super Mario Bros. 3, Zelda. Like the stories are pretty straightforward.
Wait,
You're gonna save the
Mario-
process in the end.
Did you just say Mario 3 was easy?
Super Mario Bros. 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That game is difficult.
I
You
have.
must be like some kind of wonder kid or something.
I've played it a million times. That's
You're the dude from that movie that whips through it, having never played it before.
Wizard?
What's that movie called? Yeah,
The
yeah,
Wizard?
yeah.
when I was 2.5 years old. I was able to beat the first level of Mario Bros. Out of repetition.
Yeah.
I didn't beat the original
Fancy.
Super Mario Brothers on NES until I was in college,
I didn't beat the whole game
Wow.
at 2.5 years old. I beat like the first.
and
level.
then it was on the Virtual Console.
What other questions do we have?
Shelly's like,
I
I'm
see.
done.
I
with
see
this.
one from
I'm
Jace.
just-
There's one from Jace. He says, "What podcast do y'all listen to every week? Are y'all podcast listeners?"
I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess.
I do.
What do
You
what
don't
do
even listen. You don't even listen to this one
I
every
listen
week.
to
No,
ours,
it
but does
sounds
that
like
count? Does that count?
I'm
As-
super annoying and I know it.
No, I
Um,
don't like my voice.
I'd say the only one that I make sure I listen to every single week is IGN's Nintendo Voice Chat.
Okay.
I'm subscribed to their Xbox and their PlayStation 1, but a lot of times if I just don't get around to it, I don't. But I make sure I listen to the Nintendo one every week.
I listened to a ton of podcasts when we started doing this,
Okay.
just so I could kind of study up and see what they should be like. But I don't know this podcast. I don't know.
There are two that I listen to every week without fail. As much as I can,
for
especially
SAP.
this time of the year when they start doing, they do the end of the year stuff. So like the Bombcast, the Giant Bombcast, and the Beastcast, and it's the same website, but you have there's a studio in California and a studio in New York. So they have the Beastcast for the East Coast and the Bombcast for the West Coast. And one comes out on Wednesdays, and one comes out on Fridays. And I listen to both of them. I really like them, but there's a lot of language in them, so be forewarned. They are very knowledgeable about the industry of video games, though.
Since we're talking about podcasts, I do want to plug one. I'm not a part of it at all,
That-
but
okay.
if you like,
You already have.
Yeah, if you like video game music, I'm actually going to post the link to it in the chat room. Their Nintendo World Report does a radio trivia where it's like a game show where they play a song from a Nintendo game and the guest host has to guess what it is. But they talk a lot about the games themselves and there's a lot of commentary. But if you like listening to classic video game music, it's a great podcast to listen to. Since it is Nintendo World Report, it's only things that have appeared on Nintendo consoles, but it's a lot of fun and I like it too.
All right. What else?
Another question?
We can go
Are
back
there
to
more on
Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah, we can go back to Twitter for another one. True Believer asks, has there been a standout moment in the ministry where God's grace has been clearly felt?
In this ministry or in a ministry?
Probably on this one.
I think
Yesterday,
I think
you
he means
praying-
Geeks under grace. Yeah, I would have to say yesterday was probably the coolest thing that I've experienced here. There's been a lot of them though. I mean, like there've been a lot of there's been a lot of chaos at times in the Geeks Under Grace community, especially over Deadpool and all kinds of stupid crap. But
Stop.
there have been a lot of moments of very sincere growth and connecting, and like Patrick is a prime example of it. He was so willing to share his past, and it opened him up for a lot of people to really identify and grasp and connect. And you don't see that very often, even in the church face to face.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That's actually what I was going to bring up, was me sharing my past and people coming to me. And now we have it's not affiliated with Geeks Under Grace at all. It's just something that me and a few other guys have on the side. But it's a men's accountability group specifically to deal with sexual addiction. So actually, if you're listening to this and that's something that you deal with, look me up on Facebook. I'm in the Geeks Under Grace Facebook community page quite often. In fact, I'm in there so often that there are people in there that still think I started this, which I did not. Drew did, and he's done a great job of doing that. But yeah, look me up there, and we'll get you plugged in. It's helped me a lot, and I know it's helped a lot of other people.
Patrick is just plugging all of the things
I
tonight.
got all the stuff to plug, you know.
Team
Yeah.
Captain America or Team Iron Man?
Iron Man.
I don't know.
Iron Man.
I don't know at this point.
I'm
don't know why I
mostly
asked the
because
question, 'cause I don't
everyone's
have an answer.
like, you have to be Team Captain America because Captain America's great. I'm like, I love Iron Man. I'm gonna go with him.
I like Iron Man's, or I like Captain America's reasonings. Like, he's all for the freedom, and I'm a libertarian. and I
It just
can't
seems
get it.
backwards to me, you know. With,
Mhm.
I guess maybe it's just with the movie. I don't know how they did in the comics, but you know how he's like, oh, you're my friend, and you did these crimes, but they weren't you, so I'm gonna protect you. Like, I mean, I can understand that, but coming from Captain America, who's trying to, serve justice, it's like, why don't you want him in prison?
It's
But
gonna be really hard to watch for me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
see,
don't-
I'm not terribly familiar with the comic book story, but from what I'm with you, Shelley. From what I've gathered from the trailer, it sounds like what they want to do is, I mean, regardless of whether or not Bucky was in control of himself when all that stuff in the Winter Soldier was happening, he still did it, and he should, at the very least, I think, be brought to trial. Now, if he's innocent, he'll be found innocent. I don't understand why Captain America would make a big deal out of him, at the very least, going to court and proving himself innocent. So me, I'm with Iron Man, but I know that for some reason that rubs people the wrong way. I don't understand.
it does though. It does. Every time someone talks about it in the group, almost everyone is Captain America. When someone's Iron Man, they're like,
I
Sean.
think it has a lot to do with him being the Christian, good old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
I
know,
don't I've
sometimes
always loved
Christian
Iron Man.
and sometimes Christian good old boys are wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But, I mean, I kind of love every Avenger, so it's just hard. I love Captain
I
America.
like this
and Iron
question
Man.
a lot.
I
Actually,
love
Joe,
Thor
did you answer
most, though.
Which one?
Iron Man or Captain America? I don't
didn't
know
answer.
either. So it's okay.
I'm starting to lean more Iron Man. Like he feels like he's even more so endearing himself to me. I hate to turn my back on the Cap, but based on the previews I've seen so far, the Cap's a jerk. I realize what he's trying to do, but he's misguided in doing it, I think.
I love this question. What fictional character has inspired you the most? It's a hard one, but I think it's really, really cool.
Bayonetta. No, I'm kidding.
No!
Patrick's new clothing choices. Bye. Oh man.
Inspired you.
I'm gonna have to probably say, because I'm just gonna be literal, Harry Potter, because I grew up with Harry Potter. I read a book a year. So I'm sure he's impacted me the most. But I don't know. Besides that,
Yeah, now I'm thinking about Harry Potter. I can't really think of anything else.
I grew up with Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter.
I can't think of who has inspired me though.
Yeah, inspiring. That's
like Mario and The Legend of Zelda have always been a part of my life, but I don't
but they're
know
not
that
necessarily
Yeah,
inspired.
you
they're
inspired
inspiring.
to get the job done. Literally.
I don't really have a single good one. I've got a giant array of them. If I had to point to some, I don't know, maybe the Pevensies.
Oh, from
Please tell
Narnia.
me you. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know that? Get out of this podcast.
Yeah.
I
If
don't
you
know.
go
I
to
don't have
any
a good
video
one.
game world, what would it be? Hyrule. I'm done.
Pokemon.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
because
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a
Trainer.
peasant. You could actually be a trainer.
Have you seen the? Oh no. Have you seen the real to life drawings of like based on the stats and the
Yeah.
skill and stuff
Oh,
of what
I
Pokemon
Yeah.
look
have,
like?
and they're terrifying.
creepy.
But
They are
still.
terrifying. You don't want to go to the world of Pokemon.
But no, I would become a cartoon character and get plunged into a cartoon world, and it'd be great. Yeah.
I don't
Wait.
think that's what we're talking about.
I could do it. I would love if I owned a Charizard. I would not fear anything in the world.
True.
I would be like,
It's
even if I
Until
had,
Dragons.
Blastoise comes
I would
around.
be like, this is my Charizard, and he is
Until Blastoise and
So
destroys him.
Yeah.
I do want to mention one thing real quick. Zero's been trying to mention this while we've been casting. A lot of the stuff that we're talking about, we do address on the website, and
Yes.
every click that we can get on the website is going to help drive this ministry forward as well, because it doesn't earn us a lot of revenue, but that is how we make our day-to-day operating expenses typically.
Definitely.
I mean, we've got a review of Deadpool up. We have an article about should Christians watch Deadpool. We mentioned The Last of Us earlier. There's an article on there that I think Maurice wrote. It was one of his backloggery beatdown articles. So definitely, like we love that you guys are willing to come here and support us. This means the world to us. But we have a lot of folks that aren't necessarily active in the community group who are still very active driving this ministry forward on the website.
Absolutely.
So consider that. Like, there's a lot of time that goes into the content that goes up on that website. You know, when I don't write as many reviews as I used to, and I'm trying to get back into the groove. But for me, when I'm in the groove writing game reviews, you're talking 4 to 6 hours from start to finish for me to write my review before it goes to an editor that will spend time looking at it. So I just wanted to get that in there.
Yeah, I dabbled a few years ago in writing reviews for a blog that I had, and it's really easy to get on this podcast and just sit around and talk about games.
Yeah.
But to then try and you put your fingers down to the keyboard and you try and make it sound, because you're talking with yourself essentially, and
Yeah.
that's not easy. And I discovered that also when I did my very first Twitch stream, and I was like, I don't know how you guys, Joe, how you do this. And other people, like, there's as annoying as I find PewDiePie to be, that guy can sit there and play a game and he's never not talking. He's always got something to say, and no matter what my opinion of the quality of what he's saying, he's doing it, and that's fantastic.
One of the I started trying to watch like how-to videos and stuff when I first got into streaming, and one of the things I saw on nearly every veteran that had done a video to try to help newbies get into it, they were like, 0 downtime. You should be talking all the time. If you're not talking about something, start talking about something. If you have a minute to think about something, like, don't just think about things, verbalize everything that you're thinking, because that's what people are watching for.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, like, it doesn't matter how stupid it is. If I think it typically comes out of my mouth while I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Even if it's incoherent.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah, it could be dangerous. You do have to learn to kind of self-censor a little bit. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so let's go
love
back.
streaming
I'm
yesterday.
sorry.
No, I was just saying that I
Sound
love
like it's,
streaming yesterday. Like I said this behind the scenes. I did really well, I thought, for the first 40 minutes, and then I kind of fell off because I was so tired. But I definitely love like saying things as you go.
Yeah. Okay, so let's peel back to Twitter one more time, because Aaron has been giving us some good stuff here. One of the questions he asked, and I really liked this one. Let me find it here. You have a sick day, and you can only watch one series or set of movies. What do you pick?
Space Jam. Well, it's not gonna get me far, but I love Space Jam. It's my sick day movie.
You're gonna watch Space Jam 4 times?
Yeah, like
No, I'll just watch it once and I'll go to sleep. I don't watch movies. I play games when I'm sick, which you probably shouldn't do, but I'm totally fine to sit there and play a video game half dead.
Well, so you said series, so television is included in this, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay, well, The Office.
Okay.
If I'm sick, I need a laugh. I'm gonna watch The Office.
My Wii
So-
U keeps bleeping at me about Zelda.
Before we go on, I got a question for you guys, and we can't do it behind the scenes, so we have to do it right here and now.
Okay.
We have a chance to do another half hour. Do you guys want to?
Oh, I'm down.
Ooh.
Sure. We can keep
Sure.
taking questions from people.
Next question, Twitch viewers. Do you want to hear us talk for another half hour?
Yeah, they might be like,
Or-
no, play
Yeah.
video
Yeah,
games.
like, forget
No.
this.
Boo, get off the table.
I
Or
could-
Jake
I could-
will be playing Tron, regardless if it's in 10, 15 minutes or if it's in half an hour. But what do you want to see? You want to see Jamie play Tron or hang out with us for another half hour, 45 minutes? It's up to you.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, please do. Yes, no,
Just
Kappa,
do it,
just
yes.
do it.
Farrah,
Yes.
Farrah can get out.
Then
No,
leave.
Vera, stay.
We don't need her here.
Well, the majority. All right, if you guys are cool with that, then I just saw the time was almost up and was like, man,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
I guess I'll go ahead and answer for myself. I think my sick day movies would be probably the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Ooh.
Oh
that's
yeah,
good.
the extended edition, right? Like the.
I've
13
never seen any of the
hour-
extended edition movies.
What?
Never have.
Dang.
Me and my wife tried it, and it
But
was
there are 6 of them now, so
Oh, I know.
Oh,
which
that's
is-
true. If you do The Hobbit,
There
yeah.
shouldn't be 3 Hobbit movies. I guess
Yeah.
that's another discussion for another day, but I can't. Let me see
don't
what-
let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow.
just do it.
Okay, let's see.
Well, before we read another question, I wanted to read some of the. So when
Oh,
you donate,
yeah.
you can actually leave a comment if you want to, and so I wanted to read some of those. I'm even though you can see everyone's name on the website, I'm gonna not read everybody's name here just in case you don't want that out there. But someone here, we've got a comment. I've been a member of G.U.G for a long time and enjoy the ministry and community that you guys allow us to have.
Awesome.
So thank you, that person. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate you offering a safe space for geekiness and proclamation of the gospel. I know this isn't much, but I do hope it helps.
And I do want to say, $2
Yeah.
means so much to us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
seriously.
I'm a volunteer
$1.99.
here. I'm a volunteer here, and I gave $1 because that's what I had. So you know, and you know what? There's over 3,000 people who are members of the Facebook community page. If every single one of those person gave $1, that's $3,000. So you know, $1 goes a long way. Let's see.
Yeah.
We've got looking forward to what 2016 brings for you guys. Words fall short, but G.U.G is an awesome place
to be at.
to be at. Okay, I was like, there's a word missing here, which I know that feeling. I miss words constantly when I type. I
Messing
dream
up
of
words.
Yep.
Messing up words.
Words. I dream of someday there being a G.U.G cafe in every city around the world where we all get together and hang out in real life. Rock on, brothers and sisters.
That would be so
That
nice.
would be amazing.
That
I don't
would
know about
be
cafe,
really cool.
but a GUG conference is totally in the back of our minds.
Heck yeah.
Someday
That would be
down the
so
road, we would
much
love to do that.
fun.
Going to happen.
Guest speakers, and, it'd be so cool.
And we will totally do a live podcast from this convention. Just
oh yeah, totally.
and then there's
Yeah.
only
T-shirts into the crowd, even if I don't have
Yes.
the extras.
Okay, I got 2 more here. Inspired by all the Geeks Under Grace has touched my precious nephew LJ's life.
Aww.
He lost his stepmom and father. I should have probably read this before I started. So LJ, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, this is a little personal.
I would skip over
but
it.
Maybe just,
away.
yeah.
So, but that's we're
another
happy
thing.
to have been a blessing
Lost
there.
his father.
And my favorite comment, which comes from yours truly, I love you, hipster Teletubby. You're awesome. For those of you who don't know, if you can't tell by looking at Cody, he's really into purple. And one day I called him hipster Teletubby, and I'm bound and determined that this is going to stick. He is going to be hipster Teletubby to everybody. So
I can't be
Yeah.
GUG mascot
Hipster
and
Teletubby.
yes, you can.
and still work on
Be
a
all
postal
of
brand.
Mhm.
All of them.
I want to meet Guggers.
G.U.G.
I
or
don't care.
G.U.Gers, Cody.
What's
Good grief.
happening?
that was
to
a
me?
mandate. I know that you
Politics.
know this.
I think it's because they're not capital that I've been getting messed
Oh.
up.
So
Capitals
we got another question. I don't know if y'all even have one of these, but what is your favorite soundtrack?
Oh,
I guess game, movie, whatever.
I
Zelda.
really like Fire Emblem. I really like Fire Emblem soundtrack from like any of their games.
I bounce around a ton. My phone has nothing but video game music on it in different formats. So like the last few weeks, it's been the techno remix versions of Smooth McGroove.
Smooth the Groove, yes! I've
So-
heard some
Yeah,
of those
I love-
remixes
I love that guy.
on like Spotify.
And like Daniel
something.
Tidwell, I've been listening to his stuff before. I think he's Metal Daniel on YouTube, but he does a lot of metal guitar video game covers. I love that stuff.
I have a
Eat it
couple
up like
Power
candy.
Glove.
Final Fantasy stuff, of course, I've liked for years. Let's see, there was an RPG that came out on the PlayStation 4. It's it's 2D. You play a little girl and you kind of float around. What is that? Child of Light.
Child of Light,
That
yes.
soundtrack
Yeah.
is awesome.
So good.
Bastion has a phenomenal soundtrack.
Yep. There's so many good ones.
Man, yeah.
I'm gonna agree here that overall my favorite game soundtrack with if I say this right, Dias Flack. He said Chrono Trigger. Fantastic soundtrack. What in the world is going on over there, Joe? I'm
I
here.
tried to
No.
unlock my phone and it turned us on.
Technical difficulties.
But my favorite individual piece is by David Weiss. It's on the Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtrack, and it is Sticker Brush Symphony.
Sticker Brush Symphony,
That is,
yes!
and many of the remixes that I've heard. Actually, the remix of it that's on Smash Brothers, even though the original Sticker Brush Symphony is really kind of mellow and somber, and the one on Smash Brothers is much more upbeat. I love that. It's fantastic.
Shovel Knight is also.
Oh
The
yes,
Shovel Knight soundtrack is so good.
so good.
Bum, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, sorry.
I don't have any
stuff.
soundtracks on my phone, but I have a bunch of Zelda remixes.
So yes, I do too.
There's some cover of the theme that I really like, and I don't remember who does it. And then someone's got to know this, the dubstep Zelda
Zed.
remixes of Lost Forest and Song
I
of
know Zed
Storms.
has a really good one.
There were a couple of other ones, but it was a really big dubstep artist that did it, and it's really, really cool. They've
I just
got
know
Lost Forest.
Zed
Hey,
did
listen.
a really, really big one, but no, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I
Cody's
have it.
dropping the beat over there.
I have lots of Zelda dubstep remixes and Pokemon dubstep remixes and
Have you heard
Fire Emblem
Lavender
dubstep
Town?
remixes.
There's an amazing Lavender Town remix that's dubstep as well.
Oh gosh, I
Really
haven't heard
good.
that one.
I've lost it now, but I used to have an OC remix album it was Sonic tunes that OC remixers had done, and that
Sonic.
was a phenomenal album. I'm gonna have to. OC remix has so much good stuff on it.
Yes, they do.
Ooh,
And
I changed my answer.
can you? Are you
Sonic
allowed
Adventure
to-
2 Battle has the best soundtrack in any game to me.
Ah,
I don't
yeah.
own any of it though.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
so
City Escape, but I don't have any soundtracks.
Rolling around at the speed
Yeah.
of sound.
That soundtrack was amazing.
That's the only one I remember.
since you brought up Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I had that for Dreamcast, which of course was just Sonic Adventure 2, and then they added Battle to the GameCube. But I know that people get very specific about mentioning Battle and not the original. What's the difference? Because I don't know.
I'm younger than you,
I don't know. Sir.
so I played it.
Oh
on
no.
Okay. All right,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fair enough.
Barra said Ori and the Blind Forest. That is a really good soundtrack. I'm seeing a lot of Undertale. I still haven't played through Undertale.
Undertale's
Zero
got a good
Tolerance bought it
soundtrack.
for me, and I intended to stream it. And the day that I went to stream it, everybody started like throwing spoilers into the thing. I was like, "What in the world?" Like,
Yeah.
I can't stream that now, so I'm gonna have to. I still do plan to play it, Zero. I'm definitely it's right on the top of my list. I marked it as a favorite in Steam. So
It didn't have a two-player mode until Battle. That's the only
That's
difference, says Unworthy
Okay.
Seraph.
So greatest terrible soundtrack, Sonic R. That soundtrack is delightfully horrible. But I'll listen to it all day long, but it's so bad.
Let's see. Have you all ever heard? Well, okay, Crypt of the Necro Dancer. That's a phenomenal one. I like the word phenomenal. I gotta bring up my brain thesaurus a little bit.
Joe is phenomenal.
Fantastic. Let's see.
I-
Through.
I could geek out about video game music
I was like,
all stinking day
so
long.
I never realized until the last 2 or 3 days what MagFest was. It's apparently dedicated to video game music.
That's cool.
Like that's what the whole
MagFest?
festival. I've heard of
Like
MagFest for years.
Like a music festival, like Woodstock or something.
That's
but
my
Music
understanding.
festival?
It's
Oh,
a video
that's
game
cool.
music festival. I didn't know what it was
Wow.
until like 2 days ago. I want to go now.
Where is
That
it?
sounds awesome.
I think it's
Yeah,
in
like, where is this happening?
Texas? I don't know. I don't know.
Speaking
yeah,
of,
music and game
I-
festival.
I have been to the Zelda Symphony.
I have
and
too.
I'm
Jealous.
going up top. I'm going again April 1st with my beautiful wife. We're going to New
April.
Orleans.
You are causing your brother to stumble
Going to
because I'm
April with
jealous.
April.
I'm sorry that jealousy. So it's so good. And there
It's really good.
and since I've seen it 2 or 3 years ago, there have been new Zelda games to come out. So I'm really hoping that they add music.
This
Have
is
you
cool.
heard
What was
of-
your favorite DLC?
Favorite
What?
DLC.
What DLC?
Or what?
Anything.
Or-
What is your favorite DLC of all time?
Oh.
I don't get DLC unless I have to.
I've
Well,
never
not-
bought DLC except for Destiny. I
I'm
think.
I'm the same way. I don't typically buy DLC, but I did buy the Titanfall DLC because I loved that game so much. But I don't know that I would say that the DLC itself was great. The Smash Brothers Wii U DLC has been pretty on point.
Yeah.
Even if it's been a tad on the expensive side. Oh no, okay, I'll tell you. Mario Kart 8, single-handedly
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Mario Kart 8 's a
Yeah.
good
Getting to
DLC.
play
Now
as
I'm
Link
thinking
is
about that.
best DLC I've ever
So I was
bought.
just thinking, I got Corrin for the Smash Wii U, and that's the only DLC I got for that. I got the ending DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition just because that's the only way to properly complete the game. But yeah, I think
That's
Mario
so
Kart 8.
weird.
I can't think of anything else.
That like that would be like. Well, I guess it does happen in the movies because when you
Well,
get
I
like,
don't know. I mean, it just sort of finishes off. You defeat the final boss, and then it finishes off. Hey, we won, and you could just complete all the side quests. But then the DLC sets you 5 years in the future. But I call it the complete ending. So
yeah.
What is your favorite Star Wars game?
Star Wars game. I haven't played too many Star Wars games.
I've played exactly 2 Star Wars games.
Jedi Outcast.
Mine, I'm going to go old school. Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo.
There you go.
Because it was one of the first games I beat, and it was a good feeling.
And Jedi Academy was good too. But I Jedi Outcast is where I kind of got into that franchise.
Yeah. Let's see. I played the Battlefront beta. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I played.
And
You played
I
the
remember
beta?
way back in the day, I got episode 3 for the Game Boy
Oh,
that I never really played.
Have you not played any of the Lego Star Wars stuff?
Oh,
Oh, I have
yes.
played those.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
those
have
are
the Lego
good.
Star
Yeah,
Wars
those are
and-
good.
so-
Oh, I know what my answer is. The pod racing game that was on,
N64?
or was it
Yeah.
N64? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was a 64 game.
that was tight right
That was
there.
amazing.
And I still don't know what my favorite DLC is. So I don't buy a lot of DLC. The game has to be blow my socks off phenomenal for it, or it has to be one that I'm
Phenomenal.
super involved in with multiplayer, and that's only happening if I'm playing with a bunch of friends. So I
I
bought a
hear-
few season passes, and I've been burned almost universally, including Fallout 4. I'm torn on that DLC package because I paid for the season pass for $30. And they came out and said, "Look at all this stuff we're giving you. We're raising the price of it to $50." That happened just earlier this week. But
heard
I
about
was
that.
2 of the 3 DLCs they've announced make me want my money back. The other one sounds like it'd be good.
Yeah.
The questions.
I'm looking for them. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, but I still
Yeah.
love Star Trek.
The only
Next
Star
gen.
Trek. Yeah,
Only-
I've seen all of Next Generation, and then I've seen the first of the J.J. Abrams movies. That I didn't see the second
yeah,
one,
I've
whatever
seen
it's
the
called.
first and second of the JJ.
I heard they're rebooting Star
Yeah,
Trek.
third.
Like, not the
There's-
movies, but a TV show.
Yeah, there's a TV show coming out, and I want to say it's online only, but I could
Oh,
be
that'd be cool.
totally
Vic
wrong
Mignogna
about
has a
that
really
one.
cool. If you like the old school Star Trek, Vic Mignogna, he's a voice actor that does Edward Elric in Fullmetal Alchemist. He
Okay.
made it's called Star Trek Continues because the voyage was supposed to be so many years long or whatever, and they didn't finish the show. As far as the voyage, they didn't finish the voyage, and so he picks it up old school style. All the props and all the like effects look like they're old school Star Trek.
Sounds
But
like
it's pretty cool.
It's Gilligan's Island in space.
We got a few of them. We got a few more things here. Looks like, let's see. So LJ provided a link to the Super Star Wars. We do have a Super
Yes.
Star Wars review on this side. LJ
Awesome.
did that. He did a
And
retro review.
Is that
Go check
because
that
it
out.
came out for PS4 recently?
It is, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jace
go check
asks,
that out.
what's our current Netflix show?
Current?
I assume he means
Netflix
current
show.
favorite Netflix show, right?
No, what do
Not
you watch
just-
right now?
I've only got
Oh.
one or two that I can watch at a time ever.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I'm not
What are you
watching
binging,
anything
Joe?
currently, but
Okay, nothing
I want
from
to watch
you.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
I'm going through Fate
me-
Stay Night.
It's the only-
Very cool.
I'm binging The Office with my wife, but as soon as we get done with that, I'm really hoping I can talk her into binging Breaking Bad with me because I love that show so much.
I'm binging that 70s show right now. When I'm home working.
That's so funny.
I love that 70s show. It's been really great. I'm in like 5 seasons in, I think now, or 4. I can't remember.
So, Muse, I'm just now getting in. This is my first soiree into the Fate series. I got sick Thursday and made it through all of season 1, and I'm about halfway through season 2. And I'm going to be watching Zero after that, and then I'm going to try
it got
to
intense,
start...
right, Joe?
Yes. It's good. It's really good. I'm enjoying... Those battle scenes are so well done. They are, yeah.
They are not going to be that beautiful in Zero, but the story is going to be way more intense second season through.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Muse asks, Avengers or Justice League?
Avengers, but no, Avengers. Avengers.
I like
I mean,
both.
I'm more of a Marvel person. Anyway,
I mean,
but-
it really depends because Marvel has definitely figured the movie thing out.
Right.
But if the TV shows and cartoons, DC blows anything Marvel's got. I mean, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is great. I like the Peggy Carter spinoff that they've got going on. And the Daredevil is really good. But DC just has this TV thing figured out. I wish
they
they
got
could
the
figure the
TVs.
movies out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think DC's definitely got a lock on the TV stuff. I mean, watching Batman the Animated Series growing up was... Me and my
Yes.
dad could
Oh
both
my
get into that. My
gosh.
dad isn't a geek at all. Like my dad is
Yeah.
he's a runner and he's a SWAT basic. He's basically like a SWAT sort of guy. I
I
can't go into a lot
was
of
not a Marvel fan until the movies. I know I'm a huge Marvel fan because of them.
Yeah.
I've always been more DC, and their animated movies recently have been phenomenal, to take Joe's word. They've been amazing. If you have not seen Justice League War yet, you need, after the pledge drive, you need to go see Justice League War. It is the most comedic animated movie I've seen in a very long time, and the fact that it's DC makes it better. So funny yet so serious. It's
Is that on
magical.
Netflix? Is that where you can watch that? Or
I don't know. I don't know where you can get it. I think you might have to rent it.
yeah.
But they have a whole series of it now. There is Justice League War, Throne of Atlantis, which is another Justice League movie, but Aquaman's in it. And that one's not as good as the first one. But then all the Batman movies are connected. The Bad Blood they just did. Everything with Damian Wayne, which is Batman's son. They got 3 movies with that are connected to this Justice League movie. And now coming in March is Justice League versus Teen Titans. And it is going to be that Justice League Young Justice art style.
Oh, it's not Teen Titans Go?
No, it is not.
Get
Sounds like an
out.
anime command.
And it's weird because Damian Wayne is in it. He's his kid, Robin. He's the youngest Robin I've seen so far. But Nightwing's in it, and Starfire is as old as Nightwing because that's how it is. And
So weird.
Beast Boy is in it. So all the Teen Titans are like older teens now, and then you have this probably 14-year-old kid thrown into the mix. At the end of Teen Titans, it looks like.
I really quick want to shout out to so Staceface said she just finished Firefly. I want to say respect to anyone who can watch a show that they know doesn't end and they're okay with that.
I love
Because
that.
that
It's
is
worth
the
it.
reason I have not watched any Firefly at all. Because I'm
It's
like, I
worth
don't
it.
want
Yeah.
don't want to get attached to these people and for it to just go away.
I loved that.
So
I loved Firefly. I watched it on a Christmas break in college.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I have not
is,
seen
yeah.
it.
Batman vs Superman. Who's your pick? Oh wait,
Well, okay, like my favorite or to win? Because I
To
kind
win.
of picked Superman to win, but Batman's my favorite.
I choose Wonder Woman because I know that the fights.
Wonder Woman, yes! I choose
Wonder
Wonder Woman! I don't like either Superman or Batman, so...
What's
They're
wrong
only
with
gonna
you?
fight through half the movie, and then
I
it's-
have absolutely never liked Superman at all. Period. Bar none. I hope Batman drives his head through the pavement.
You know that Superman was
That's
based
very
off
violent.
Jesus, you heathen.
Oh, really?
Heretic!
Yeah,
Burn the
writers were
heretic.
Jews when they started with Superman, but they became Christians, and so Superman, being their character, developed with their Christian faith.
Curious.
Other questions? What is your favorite band?
Yeah, I like that question.
Oh,
What's your favorite band?
goodness.
I know my favorite band, but...
I've got a couple.
I'll let you guys go. I've been cutting everyone off.
Okay. So as far as secular music goes, I really like Coldplay. I'm a Coldplay guy.
Coldplay, yeah! I love Coldplay.
But if you get into Christian music, 1,000 Foot Crutch and Skillet, and an old school Audio Adrenaline and Reliant K fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, definitely Bastille is my favorite band, like, ever. They're so weird. Their songs are so strange, but so great. And I just love everything they make. Even the ones that, like, Bastille fans are like, this isn't your music anymore. I still like it.
I do like that one
and-
song by Bastille.
The Pompeii?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their most famous one. But Christian music, which I haven't been listening to a lot of recently, just because I got tired of it, how it all sounded the same. Kitty! But recently, after I went to Winter Jam and saw For King and Country, I fell in love with that band. So For King and Country would probably
Cool.
be my favorite as of right now for Christian music.
So real quick, we're up to we gained $5 since
Yeah.
last time I
Hey!
checked, so we're at $1,110.
Thank you guys so much.
And that person said G.U.G for life. So thanks, person who donated. Favorite, yeah. So as I've gotten older, I've found that I don't really enjoy music that has lyrics a whole lot and it's not so much that I don't like music with lyrics. It's that music today, even Christian music today, the lyrics are really shallow. And I'm just like, I don't care about whatever this is. So I find myself listening to like video game music. But so if I'm gonna pick a band, the Black Mages, which is Nobuo Uematsu, who does all the Final Fantasy music. He and a bunch of other musicians that I've never heard of, but they do a lot of Final Fantasy metal music, and it's so good. I have all three of the albums that I know of that I exist. If there are
What
more
is that called
albums,
again?
I didn't know
the
they did
Black
a third album.
Mages.
Okay.
They're fantastic. I want to say you can get their CDs on Amazon because I'm pretty sure that's where I got them.
Have you ever heard the Shatter soundtrack? That's a really good one.
Yeah. But if I have to pick a traditional band, Five Iron Frenzy is probably my favorite.
Nice. I always say my favorite band is Demon Hunter. Love
They're
Demon
good.
Hunter.
Yeah, they're good.
But I listen mostly to rap now, which is really weird because in high school I hated rap music.
Wow.
Like
I couldn't connect with the
Lecrae or
lyrics.
like Biggie Smalls?
Lecrae, everything Reach Records. I hated rap
No.
until I became a Christian.
DC Talk New Thing.
I like rap. I like Christian rap. I like regular rap, which is why usually people don't like rap. Like, I'm the one listening to Fetty Wap and people that Christians usually don't.
What is that? Fetty Wap.
Fetty
Yeah.
Wap is a...
That sounds like the sound effect a sandal makes on wet concrete.
I mean, yeah. And Macklemore and, like, other people, but...
I love, what was it, Thrift Shop? Is that what it's called?
Yes!
I love
Thrift
that
Shop.
song.
I
And
don't
I
like
could still...
Thrift Shop, but I do like one or two of his other ones. I can't
Can't
think
Hold
of the name of
Us is
Yes.
the one I pretty much memorized all lyrics to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
most of them. I totally budged into like what you're saying, Cody. Continue.
Oh no, that was it. Demon Hunter's my
okay.
band, and then I listened to a lot of Reach records. I hated rap music until before I became a Christian because I couldn't relate to the lyrics. They were talking about partying and drinking and drugs, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't do any of this.
Yeah, see, I still can't relate to it, but I enjoy the music.
I
Okay,
just
so
couldn't-
Jimmy Kimmel does this segment where I work for an ABC affiliate, so I know a lot of people out there are like, no, Jimmy Fallon's the best. I don't care. I can't watch him. I don't work there.
I love
Um,
Fallon.
But Kimmel, he does this segment. There's two segments. He'll have rappers' moms come on and read the lyrics to their songs. And that is hilarious. But he'll also have, it's called New Lyrics for Old People. He'll have a rapper come on and rap the lyrics to his song, and then Kimmel tries to explain what it is that he just said in like old people speak. And I find that I relate more to the old people speak. Like when the guy raps, I'm like, I have no idea what he just said, and then Kimmel says something, and I go, oh, so it really was nonsense. Okay. But I'm just an old curmudgeon.
I've been
so.
trying to learn a lot of this newfangled speak that the young kids are talking now.
Yep.
And so I've learned like on fleek.
Oh no.
I don't understand like leading in with a preposition. That doesn't make sense to me.
I'll tell my wife her eyebrows are on fleek, and she gets really mad at me.
On
But see,
fleek.
when you use it like that, it makes it sound like they're wildly like out of
Like
control.
she's like, "How do my eyebrows look?" And I go, "They're on fleek."
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I've been
What's that
saying
mean?
more.
Like,
I've
I
been
think
saying
it-
more things that hit people say. I don't know. People on my force say bless a lot. So if something good happens, you're like, oh, bless. It's really weird. But I'm saying
See,
it
in the
more. and
South-
it's like,
In the South, that's an excuse to say anything you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that
really-
poor idiot,
Bless,
bless his
bless.
heart.
Bless his heart.
oh, bless his
The-
heart. Yeah,
the-
no, it's
you
not like
guys
that.
just-
It's just, it's like, oh, there's no homework this week. Oh, bless. So
Joe said on fleek, life complete.
Bless.
Yes.
I
Well, you guys are
referenced
saying
Biggie Smalls. I love it when they call me Big Papa. Is that Biggie Smalls?
Big
I
Papa,
don't have any idea.
bless.
Well, you guys were talking about on fleek, and that. Have you guys seen the episode of The Office where Daryl, the warehouse worker, tells Michael the ghetto speak, and one of them is Dinkaflicka and Tickle Fingers, and he's just making stuff up. But that's on fleek. That sounds like something that Daryl told Michael.
man.
That's not
Yeah.
real.
I'm trying to think of what some of those other phrases that I heard were. I can't remember any of them right now.
Big Papa is Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So they're
Yeah.
big. They both had big
I
in
can't
it.
say that. I'm not allowed to say that. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Wow.
I think I'm just gonna get a list of slang for Joe to read if no one else says questions here.
I'm just trying to think of things that I say besides,
Joe using these modern terms.
Oh, hey, here. So I got a
throwing shade.
question. You
Yeah, I was
guys,
gonna throw some
what
shade.
was your very first video game?
Throw shade, yeah. What was what?
Your very first video game.
Okay.
I mean, mine
Mine
was the
was-
original Super Mario Brothers.
Mine was the original Super Mario Brothers too. But if we want to go a step beyond that, because that's such a rote answer,
Yeah.
Double Dragon.
Yes.
That's cool.
Double Dragon's great.
Mine was okay. You go.
Okay. No, you're good. Go.
And now these two feel really young because they're going to say something like Final Fantasy X.
No, no,
as I
it was
said,
worse than that. It was
I beat-
Pokemon Leaf Green for the Game Boy.
Oh, that's still.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, my mom owns an NES, and I'll play Duck Hunt and Super Mario and all that stuff on the NES. So I'm not that young. I'm just really young still.
I mentioned it earlier. At 2.5 years old, I played Super Mario Bros. Over and over and over,
Yeah,
like the level. So that's technically my first game. My first video game was probably Link to the Past. Like when I figured out what I was doing and like wanted a game.
Yeah, that was
But-
me with Leaf Green.
Either Link to the Past or one of the Sonic games, like the old classic Sonic games.
Sonic 2 or something.
Then I got gold after Leaf Green, which was weird, but
I love Urban Dictionary. This is hilarious. Throw shade. To talk
Joe
trash
knows
about a friend
slang.
or acquaintance, to publicly denounce or disrespect.
New podcast segment. Joe just reads Urban Dictionary.
Joe knows
When throwing
slang.
shade, it's immediately obvious to the onlookers that the thrower and not the throwee is the uncool one.
Throw E.
That's what it says, yeah.
Let me think. There's also stuff like low key, like he was low key cheating on that test, or I was low key dying.
So we're not talking
I think that's
about
just what I would call shady. Or like, yeah, being shady.
Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, I don't get turned.
Classic Pokemon.
Get turned? Like,
Turn down.
if I leave something in the microwave too long, it gets burnt.
Get some burnt popcorn.
Burnt.
This needs to be a segment.
What is happening? We just need to get a list. Like, where's it?
I would have checked Twitter. Hashtag G.U.G cast. If anyone wants to ask questions there.
Collar pop.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Popping. Wait, not popping collar, but collar pop.
It's what a
Carl Papa.
I love Carl Papa.
Love Carl Papa.
Carl Papa.
You jiggy jar jar dude.
49 times. 49 times.
Oh my goodness.
49 times we fought that beast. It had a chicken head with duck feet and a woman's face too. Please go look up that video if you don't know what I'm talking
Everybody
about.
has a chicken.
Where is Musical Maze? This is falling apart.
Musical Muse.
I'm sorry.
Joe, the old guy, is trying to be hip.
He's
not old, he's hip. Keep up with the youngins. Am I considered?
We didn't announce a winner.
Oh yeah,
we didn't.
We didn't announce one at 9:00, and it's for the Gears of War games.
Yeah.
Are we giving away all four as a single bundle?
Yeah.
They were getting 4 as.
Yeah, because I had on disc Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, and then I went and bought the Ultimate, which for Xbox.
We didn't.
Which came with all 4 of for codes for the 360. So I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and buy Judgment, and then I can give away these codes. So you're welcome, Geeks Under Grace people.
We may have an issue.
What? What's the issue?
I believe we got to make sure with LJ. If he emailed everyone, I think he emailed each person a code.
Oh.
Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a very bad thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't know which game is which, and none of them.
Yeah, Microsoft just sent me a message that said, "Here they are," and with 4 codes. And actually, they sent me 2 messages, one with 2 of the codes and one.
Ha! He didn't email.
Oh, he didn't email anymore.
Okay, yay!
We'll just do the original winner then.
LJ, good. So there, we can.
Quit throwing shade.
Yeah, I know.
Not throwing shade.
All right,
Good.
I'm gonna go with the first one. I think.
Yeah.
Let me look at time here.
My goodness.
Eric Bird, Jessica Horn. Sorry, I'm looking through them.
What's the winner?
Hopefully Jessica Horn's the winner and didn't win last time. Sure. So Jessica Horn, you have won all of the codes because he did.
Yay! Da 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 da!
Ba, ba, ba.
I was having a heart attack. I was like, oh no.
I know. I'm like, Cody, don't do that to me.
Someone's gonna be like, yeah, I got all the codes. And then they're gonna play one. They're like, oh, I got Gears of War 1.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's that poor guy that gets Gears of War 2, so he doesn't get the beginning of the story or the end of the story. He just gets the chunk in the middle.
He gets the best game in the series.
Yeah, that's
so no.
Wait, oh no,
Why are there
no.
no's?
No, okay, so not the lady the person that you said. Is that
No,
what
it
we're
should
getting at
be.
here?
Why is it
No?
not? No.
Wow.
That's out,
Didn't
everyone.
she win last time?
Steven Neves. You're the
Steven
winner.
Neves.
Steven Neves.
Steven
winner.
Neves wins.
Congratulations, you have won. Okay. Wow.
All right.
The wheels are coming off.
I know. Hey, and so just so you guys who are watching know, Cody said we have enough prizes to give one away every hour.
Oh, Jessica won Sherlock. Okay.
But
We have
according
more than enough to give away every hour.
more than enough to give away every hour. But according to the U-Carrying site, only 40 people have donated, and there's 72 hours. So there's plenty of prizes.
and there are several anonymous donors there, so...
Yes.
Well, we get those emails.
Oh,
Yeah, so we've got their email address.
Literally,
but
though,
so-
for you guys, a little secret, because this is live and you can't go back. Little secret for everyone to know. If you donated right now, more than likely, because we're trying not to get repeat winners, and we've given away more than people have donated, your chances are very high of winning a code.
Yes.
So
Very,
get
very
above
high.
the curve,
And-
get ahead of the curve.
And in fact, it says 40 donors. I'm one of those donors, and I'm obviously not going to win anything. And I'm
Right.
pretty sure Cody's one of those donors.
I donated, kept my
So-
name out of the list, and I have
Yeah.
a few family members who don't play video games, so I left them out of the list as well.
Right. So there's
Yeah.
plenty of opportunity for you to get. You could get a game worth anywhere from $1 to, I don't know, 20 bucks.
$100,000.
Yeah, for donating
$20
$1.
million.
That's-
Let me just go through the list real quick.
Heck, that's better than a Humble Bundle.
Maybe. I can't find. Let me look it up. You guys keep
Can you
me
find
company.
Are you talking about the list of games still available?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be really cool.
Because I know I get. Hey, have you given away the game creation stuff that I?
I don't
put
know if I
up-
put that on there because it was really
I don't-
confusing.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Sheesh.
If we want to give that away at the end, we totally can.
Yeah,
Uh,
I could give it away while I'm playing Chrono Trigger. I guess if you. Deal
there were a
with it.
ton of codes. What is it? You explain it real quick to me.
Okay, so it's there. I think in there is like RPG Maker and a Sprite Maker, and a whole bunch of other things, and they come separately. But if you only have like one of them, you really can't do a whole lot. You kind of need all of them, and that's why the Humble Bundle came with all of these things packaged together. So
nice.
it's basically just a way for people who don't have a whole lot of game development skill or skill making assets to think of it like Mario Paint, but a lot more complicated than
Wow.
that. And you can make
Make much
of different-
more.
You can make a bunch of different types of games, role playing games.
Definitely.
I think if you get real creative with it, you can make like side-scrolling shooters and stuff. So
It's a way for the
It's-
scrubs to
So-
get turned.
Some of
Yeah.
the games that everyone can win, because we haven't told anyone. We just said that we're giving out codes.
Yes.
Transformers probably a big one. It's one of the newer Transformers games.
Ooh, I've heard that's pretty decent.
Wait,
the
wait,
one by
which one?
That's nice.
I don't know which one off the top of my head, but I believe it's a newer one.
if it's the one that Platinum Games just put out, I heard that's not half bad.
I
I
reviewed
think
it
that's
for
what it's
Geeks
talking-
Under Grace.
There you go.
I gave it a
Geo
pretty
Wars
good
3,
score
I've heard
for
good things about.
Which one?
Geo Wars 3.
I haven't heard anything about that one.
Drew swore by it.
Okay,
Geo
well-
Wars 3?
Yeah.
Geometry Wars?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, yeah, Geometry Wars is solid, yeah.
My
Yeah,
favorite
impressive.
one on this so far, it's so tempting not to just take codes. I promise none of us have. The Minecraft story mode. We gave one away earlier.
Yeah.
That's
We'll have
cool.
two more.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I
haven't
played it.
played that one
It's very
Joel is
interesting.
giving away Twilight Princess HD with an amiibo.
Whoa.
I want so
That's
bad.
nice.
But
That's not even
The
out
new
yet.
Tomb Raiders, I believe.
yeah, there's still Tomb Raiders.
There's a ton of Tomb Raiders, so I don't know if you'll get a good one or an old one. That one's out. A lot of Splinter Cell. A lot of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
5 Guardians of David. Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, so tomorrow. Okay, so you guys give me some suggestions. I go live at 5 a.m. Central tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern, and I'm gonna be playing for 3 hours. As of right now, the plan is for me to play something. I don't know, and I'm not gonna be very cognizant when I wake up at 4:30. So if y'all have something you want to watch me play at 5 a.m. my time, 6 a.m. Eastern, leave a suggestion because there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna play it. But
Cat
tomorrow evening. What?
Cat Mario.
That's not going to happen. I watched
Cat
enough of that
Mario.
played.
Yeah.
I left that to
Suffer.
Jacob. Jacob can handle that.
He's so mad at me.
But tomorrow evening, I need to go look at the slot, the time slot. 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be playing 5 Guardians of David. Y'all can riot. I don't care. I'm going to be playing 5 Guardians of David, and we've got, 4 or 5 codes to give away for the game, right?
5 codes, yeah, 5 for 5.
Nice.
Yeah, so
5.
5 for 5, and it's not going to cost you a penny. Well, except a donation. So But that game it plays like a biblical version of Diablo. So y'all can watch me play it, and if you like it, donate. Probably a pretty good chance you're gonna get a copy.
I think you're playing at 5 o'clock
Let's break
p.m.
another
Eastern Standard
stream.
Time. But don't hold me to that. Yeah, you're playing it at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, 5 to 7. 5 to 7.
So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Oh, 5 to 5, 5. And, oh!
It'll be really easy to remember.
It's gonna be so great.
I was kidding about Cat Mario, everyone. We've seen it already. But I didn't think everyone would blow up.
Wow, look at you throwing out Battletoads like that.
Battletoads.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, 'cause you got rare replay, right?
Yeah, if I download it.
Yeah, you play some battle. Oh, have you played that? There's a skiing game on it that I had never heard of. It's terrible. You should play that.
Yes, Black
I
Widow
really
2
hate
says,
most
"I
of that
think you
collection.
should wait
I want
to
to play.
Yeah.
Look, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm gonna be grumpy already, so I want to play something. Like,
All right,
it's gonna
fine.
it's gonna take me a little bit of caffeine to get riled up.
Play Fish Simulator or something."
Fish simulator.
I don't know. There was some game a long time ago where it was like an aquarium
am-
simulator.
Are you really playing at
Check,
5 in the
like,
morning or evening? Both.
I am
Yep.
bread.
Playing 5 in the morning my time, 5 in the
There you
evening
go.
Eastern time.
Goat simulator.
I don't have that.
No,
one.
I think she's talking about 5, like the game.
Oh yeah, are you
Yeah.
playing?
5.
Are you
Oh
playing
yeah, are
5
you
in the
playing
morning or
5
evening?
in the morning
Oh.
or the evening? Yeah, so
Not
you're
at
playing
5.
you're playing 5 at 5 in the evening, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Well.
confusing.
Oh man, American
I
Truck
like that.
Simulator. I need to go buy American Truck
American
Simulator if
Truck
I'm gonna do that.
Simulator.
Since Jamie's here, I think we can give it up to him. But I
Postal
love
2.
closing it out with our best video game character impressions. You
What
get one.
character?
Oh,
person.
gosh. I don't know.
Okay.
Everyone's like,
I can do one that's not a video game character.
I know Joe can do it.
Ma ha waha!
Ah,
Dude.
you stole mine.
Aw. Now you gotta
said
find
you
it
knew I
out.
could do it. I thought that was the one you were talking about.
You did Zelda the other day really well. Link.
Oh. Ha! Wha! Waha!
Maybe it wasn't you.
Maybe it wasn't me.
That still sounded like Mario, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Ah, there we go. That was way better.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Yeah, Mario.
no.
Thanks
I
for
could
playing.
do. Ho ho! Hello.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
Yes,
I
it's
thought,
technically a video game.
I thought
And-
that
So-
was Banjo.
From Banjo Kazooie. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of Banjo.
I did.
Oh no!
Ah! That wasn't very good, but that's what I got.
Cat, you are distracted.
I'm Ash
broadcast.
Ketchum. No, that was good. I can't get the roughness for Ash Ketchum's voice very well. Ash. It doesn't work. I can't.
I'm gonna win. There we go. That's
Wario.
That was good.
What else?
fine.
That's my Bowser laugh from Super Mario 64.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I thought you were doing Arcanine there. What's wrong with my brain?
Arcanine.
Brizzy? What's a Brizzy?
Yeah, Brizzy voices. I don't know what that
You
is.
all suggest a character for me to try, and I'll try it.
Joe, do Lara Croft.
Or-
Craft. I'm like Craft. What?
You gotta be
Mighty.
British.
Give me a line to say. I don't know what you'd say.
It's me, Mario.
It's me.
As
Mario.
Lara Croft?
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's me, Mario. That's horrible.
I don't know about that one.
That
Dead
was,
or alive?
We have 2 minutes. We gotta do
Dead or
as many
alive, you're
impressions
coming
as we
with me?
can.
As many.
I don't
I
know.
figure out what that is.
Mario's the only
Best
one
Sonic. Gotta go fast.
I want a chili dog.
Yeah. You always do Tails. Hey guys. I hate Tails' voice in every game, except for Battle 2.
It's so like nasally in some of them.
I feel that way about Toad from Mario Kart 64. I like his voice in that better than this old
Oh,
man
no.
smoking
Ah!
now. Go crazy about it.
Oh, Peach. Hacha! That's like
Or you could always talk like
for-
Shadow the Hedgehog.
typing.
It wasn't me.
Why is my brain not able to think of it? Yeah,
Like-
okay. Hadouken!
Hadouken!
Hadouken! The ultimate technique.
Sure.
What about who's that guy
Sonic
in the Metal
Boom.
Gear Solid games that screams Snake's name when he dies?
Snake? Snake? Snake! Otacon.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
don't know.
realized I actually do a pretty good Shadow the Hedgehog.
it's
I've
like
never known that before.
You just
Cody's
gotta
not
act as dark
here.
and brooding as
Patrick
possible.
just then.
Um,
Wow.
I'm Batman.
The others in the last second here.
It's no use. Who
I don't
does
think I
that?
could pull off Yoshi.
RoboCop. I don't know RoboCop.
I don't know what RoboCop sounds like.
Yoshi.
I'm gonna close it out here, guys.
Yoshi. There you go. Yeah.
Yoshi. Thank you guys so much for putting up with us. We appreciate
For an extra half hour.
Yeah.
24
For
views.
this.
That's really awesome. Which for some, it may not seem like a lot, but for us, it's amazing. 24 views is great. What is our final donations at the end of the?
Let me refresh the page.
I can do
But it looks
I
like
can do
yeah,
strong
1,110.
110.
Yep.
We appreciate that. I mean, that's like 20, 30 bucks. 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're only what 390 from our current goal of 1,500.
Right.
That's right.
At what
So I
point
just-
do you shave your face pink and purple and yellow?
Oh, Patrick, you should say that.
Oh, dye. Yeah. So when we hit $1,000, my hair, which is usually covered up by a hat, but I'll stop wearing the hat for this. It's going to be dyed Geeks Under Grace, purple and yellow. I actually already have an appointment with.
Oh yeah, I've been telling everyone hot pink. My bad.
on
I forgot.
Monday. It was originally that, but
Right,
then
yeah.
But
I
you're
got
gonna
really
do the
crazy.
colors instead.
If we hit 2,000, the beard and mustache is getting thrown in. I asked her about the eyebrows, and she said that was a bad idea. So we're not going to do that.
That sounds like a good
just
idea
put like
to me.
Sharpie on
But and I'm pretty sure someone at 1,500 is doing tattoos. Is that Drew?
Yeah, that's
LJ.
LJ.
Yeah,
LJ
Drew and
getting
LJ are both going to do it.
tattoo
Oh, wow.
at-
Okay, yeah.
life
They're
was
gonna
that.
get Cody tattooed on a bicep.
See, that's my thing
Just
too. I
the
thought
name,
about doing
Cody.
it, but it'll literally be a picture of myself, and that's kind of weird.
Just do G.U.G then. And I mean, I don't know how you could make a good
But-
G.U.G tattoo without your face, but
I just want to thank everyone for their donations. Like I said in one of the videos that you hear over and over, I hate that we're saying it so much because I don't want it to be calloused. I don't want you guys to think that we're just saying it to say it. We are so grateful for the donations, and we are going to be pushing for more because I believe in you guys. But every dollar that we've made so far means so much to us. I can promise you at least two of us have had tears in our eyes because of the donations. Joe. It legitimately means so much to us, not because the financial reasonings, which is, that's great and all, but as I've said before, you donating is a symbol of you saying, hey, I believe in what you're doing, and for that reaffirmation for us, it's really encouraging. So thank you so much for donating, and that's not coming from me, that is coming from all of Geeks Under Grace.
yeah.
Absolutely. And please subscribe to the podcast. New episodes go up every Wednesday morning as long as I actually get it done in time. And these are going to be put up on that podcast feed as well. I haven't, probably as individual. I
Yeah.
kind of thought about cramming them all together, but that would turn into like a 3-hour long file.
Yeah, that'd
A
be
3-hour
real
tour.
long.
Yes, so they'll go up so you can go back and listen. And are we putting this up on YouTube?
Well,
I
currently,
don't want to.
no.
can't.
I mean, we can.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not a problem. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the very least, you'll be able to. Of course, it'll be in the Twitch history, but you'll at the very least be able to find it on the podcast feed. So please listen; it's awesome.
We will be back tomorrow at
Same time.
Same
Same
time.
bat time.
Same bat
Same
time.
And,
So yeah.
I'm actually going to be live with a little Street Fighter on my personal channel here. I don't want to take away from this, but if you want to see a little Street Fighter, I'm going to play a little. I have no idea what I'm going to play when I wake up in the morning, but
Play more Street Fighter. Or wait, do you have that planned for some other time?
I have no idea when I'm going to play it.
You should play it during
I just don't know if I
podcast.
can cognizantly play it without like 4 cups of coffee in my system.
Yeah. You should play it at some point during the stream.
Yeah, I'm playing it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
bring in views because I'm analytical like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I am streaming tonight after Jamie, and I was thinking about playing Super Smash Bros. With some people. I
Ooh.
need to get a couple more people. I have
Smash Bros.
Nolan who's going to play with me, but I haven't heard of anyone else.
If-
So, if you guys want to play Smash with me
If
tonight,
you want to play online, I'm game. Maybe.
yeah, do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, good. That'll be in an hour and a half. So,
All right, so need to play the video, the transition video. So we're going to need to quieten down here in the podcast room, and we'll jump over. I'll finish off with a little Loktar Narosh.
God bless.
Bye.
What's going on, geeks? I hope you are all enjoying the Twitch pledge drive. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Cody Armour. I'm one of the many volunteers here on staff at Geeks Under Grace. So in one of our promotional videos, I see you supporting Geeks Under Grace. You are helping impact the world. And so because that sounds so overly dramatic, I went and I checked the numbers just to see how many people Geeks Under Grace would actually be impacting if we were at full force. And I found that 130,000 people attended San Diego Comic-Con last year. And let's be honest, there would probably be so many more people there if they had the room. At New York Comic-Con, 160,000. And those tickets are expensive. Those are the diehards. And that is a lot of people. I can't imagine having that many people in one area, but this is the number that got me. 155 million Americans play video games on a regular basis. In fact, 80% of households own a video game console. And that's just gamers, one specific category of geekdom. Those are the people that with your donations, we can help reach out to with the gospel of Jesus Christ. I keep saying it, but Geeks Under Grace is a movement, and you can be part of that if you'd like to. If you haven't donated already, you can do so by going to ucaring.com/2016 Geeks Under Grace. And if you can't donate, we completely understand. We do hope that you stick around, hang out with us, talk to us in the chat. Just having you be here means the world to us. Thank you.